I got so many Champions League trophy here now. What do I have? Well, let's start there. Jon Arne Riise, James Carragher and Steve McManaman. Steve, let's talk about this magic of Liverpool. Let's start there. What's this myth about Liverpool? 5-time European winners, and they can be there again.
Well, as you know, the history of the club is very strong. They're playing really well in the tournaments. I think if we're all honest, Jan, they're the best team in the tournaments at the moment. They've been playing the best football, and they're in a wonderful position tonight to go and complete it and get to the final. And if they do get to the final, we'll be standing here in a month's time talking about another historic final of, Liverpool and Real Madrid. Is
there a difference between Real Madrid of kind of expect to win? You saw it last night as well, but this one is just an enthusiasm in going to a final. Is that a fair assumption?
Probably. The fact that Real Madrid have been in the final the last number of years, they seem to find a way of getting to the final and winning the final. They're not in great form. They weren't great last night. They were slightly fortuitous to get through, where Liverpool have just been bulldozing their way through, scoring lots of goals, creating lots of chances, and I think that's why everybody really wants to see them progress.
And this one, I shouldn't ask who he wants to progress, because you played for Roma, you played for Liverpool, of course, and he has, we have to have a look here. He got it here.
I have to, because I'm working for Liverpool today, so I have to.
But the difference, I will try to see that difference between Liverpool and other clubs. What's the difference between a passionate club as Roma and Liverpool?
The history. I mean, I spoke to some Roma fans yesterday, and they want to make history in Champions League. They've never done it before, and Liverpool have done it before. They know what to expect. So tonight is going to be a big night for Roma fans and for players, because they want to make history for the club. But I think it's going to be too difficult today.
And Jamie, we talked about it earlier, that you were talking about the legends of the 80s as being like the original legends of Liverpool, with the Dalglish and Grobelars and Phil Neals and all that. But they can make history again now, can't they, as you guys did?
They can, and winning a European Cup for any player, fortunate enough, we won that trophy. But if you can do that at Liverpool, some of these players will put themselves into legendary status, and you think of Mo Salah, certainly, to be seen as the man who took Liverpool to a European Cup, because that's what he will have done. In our time it was Steven Gerrard, I'm sure it was Kenny Dalglish before that, but he will have legendary status. People keep talking about maybe Mo Salah one day moving on. He has a chance to cement himself as an absolute legend at one of the biggest football clubs in world football, so he has to take it.
And Steve, you're played in so many big games. How important this is to find a balance between thinking of, I'm 90 minutes away from a Champions League final, and still go out there and just do a proper game?
Well, I think it'll be easy for Liverpool, to be honest. If you see the Roma side, they picked a very attack-minded side tonight, and I think Liverpool, if they're nice and conservative early on in the game, I think they'll find their chances. They've got a wonderful front three. Carragher just said there, Salah, who's in excellent form. They'll have chances tonight. They haven't conceded in the Champions League, Roma, but I think they will tonight.
And will the last thing Roma tell, of course, they did against Barcelona, and they will probably say that Barcelona is a better team than Liverpool, although he said it's the best team in the tournament at the moment. Will that be the key for them to believe in that?
No, I think Liverpool is a stronger attacking side than Barcelona, actually, because their front three is playing really well. So Liverpool always score, and I think they'll do that tonight as well. So, but it depends who gets the first goal. If Roma gets the first goal, we're in for a big game.
What kind of game do you expect, Jamie? Is it Roma going out like, it's an athletic stadium as well, this? Will they go out like in 100 metre?
I think they will. That's where they got to success against Barcelona. They scored an early goal, and that makes a huge difference. It lifts the crowd. Liverpool can see the early goal at Manchester City, and in that first half, they could have been 2 or 3-0 down, should have been 2-0 down. So Liverpool have to learn lessons from Manchester City and kill this crowd first 15, 20 minutes. But Liverpool have to play the normal game. They can't come here and do something different, as they did at Man City. They're not good enough to do that. Try and hurt Roma and try and score a goal.
We have to go back to 1965 when they were 3-1 up against Inter Milan, went here and lost 3-0 in Italy. Is there any chance that Liverpool can throw this away?
Well, I think judging by the performance last week and the performance of the Roma players, in my mind, there's no chance whatsoever.
There's always a slight chance. Strange things happen. It happened in the last round against Barcelona. Can it happen 2 games in a row? Very unlikely, but this season the Champions League has threw up some surprises, and teams who we thought have almost through, Real Madrid a couple of times, Bayern Munich and against Juventus, they've almost missed out. I think Liverpool will be fine.
Is that arrivederci Roma?
Yeah, I think they might win this. They might win this game tonight, but in overall, I think Liverpool is going to go through.
And now the present player are arriving, and they haven't won any Champions League yet. These boys have. So back to you. See you later.